Welcome to Orange Country.
So welcome back to Orange Country. We have really exciting guests today.
We do. They're original. They're OC natives. Well, not OC natives, but OC legends.
Without them, there may not be you.
Yes. So today we have Olivia Allen and Rachel Bilson.
Hello.
I think I mispronounced your name.
It's just Bilson. It's like
I know.
Wilson
I
with a
say
B.
Bilson.
You know, it's always interesting because a lot
Rachel
of people will go
Yeah.
Bilson, like
Yeah.
all over the place, and I'm like, it's literally one of the most simple, like,
very
Wilson.
standard. Yeah.
She
Bilson.
can literally
I can
ruin
botch anything.
any
name,
word.
anything.
Any word.
You'll
Any
hear
word.
Can you try it
again?
daughter. What? How do you say daughter?
Daughter? That
Daughter,
one I
but
think I
you're-
got.
I don't
Daughter?
think that's
East
how you say
Rachel
daughter.
Bilson.
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 You got
Bilson. Yes, but I think I do say Bilson a lot, and I apologize
People
for
do
that.
It's okay.
It comes
adds something. It makes
naturally
me feel
to me.
But
special.
hey, she says your name a lot.
Yeah,
I do.
that's
Yeah.
all the
And
time.
that is the bottom line
She's
there.
just bringing up Rachel Bilson. I'm just
Welcome,
like, What is your
ladies.
obsession?
So I know, it's really getting creepy. I have to stop. So we all have an interesting connection. I think it's kind of interesting the way we all kind of sunk up with each other, and it originated from.
Well, Grindr. Rachel and I met.
That's hot, yeah. And then it was all just
That is a repurposed joke from
Yeah.
when we were on Watch What Happens Live.
That's right.
And
you did.
Andy asked how I knew her.
He's
and
a
I said
repeat
that.
offender, and it worked
I
then,
am.
and
If
it
it
works
works,
now.
You
Yeah.
go- yeah.
Steal
Why
it.
retire?
You should,
Right.
because it really catches people off guard, and
They
then
enjoy
they're
it.
like,
We
"Wait,
love
is
that.
Grindr for women or gay men? What goes on there?
What does go
So,
on Grindr?
Why are you looking at me? It is. I think it's a gay men hookup site, and I'm not
It
trying to be
is.
coy about it. I've been married forever, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grindr wasn't a thing when I was still out
Yeah.
there. But a lot of my friends
Applications
tell me
in
what it is.
general weren't really.
We were doing
a
rotary
thing.
applications with the phone where you had to just roll it. I mean, I will tell you this. I do remember when I was first trying to figure out my sexuality, and I mean, I knew I was gay, but I grew up in a small town in Texas, and I didn't have any real outlet for that. I was just straight because that's what you were. And when I moved to Nashville and started to like figure out there were actual gay bars and all these things, the first time I ever spoke to someone about being gay was on it's not a hotline. It was like a party line.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I
Do you-
remember those.
Like where you could
I have
call
no
in and
idea
meet
what
people.
that is.
And that was the first.
Oh my goodness.
And it's funny because I remember I was dating a girl, but I did that sort of,
Yeah.
probably drank a little and dialed and got on there.
Yeah.
And then one day, whoever I had met on there called me, and my girlfriend answered the phone
No.
and was like, who's this? And he was like, I'm just looking for Shane. It was so weird. I was like, how do you know him? I mean, I literally had no social life at that point. I just moved to Nashville and worked at Bennigan's. And
Oh
so
my
the
gosh.
fact that my girlfriend is going, how do you know this
Yeah.
person? I
You're
was
like,
probably...
She probably wasn't panicking.
I
though,
moved
if
there
it
when
a
I was
girl.
19. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, when that happened, I was probably like 20 or
Okay.
But I stayed in that relationship for a few more years, and now we're really close friends all these years
Oh,
later.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
it's just
That's good.
it's really
Yeah.
cool.
We
Just
like
had
those
to shave the
stories.
beard off,
It's true.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever date anyone gay?
Oh, that's a great
Really
question.
just got right
I've
in there.
Never been asked that before.
Me neither. I've questioned it,
Yeah,
but no one's ever come out.
later or anything?
No, but I've definitely
Still, they haven't to this day. Are you
No.
still questioning it?
There's
Is it
people
just-
it's my husband. No. no.
Plot twist.
I love how Rachel was sort of looking at you like, are you sure?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah. Everyone I dated, everybody would question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think I had like an affinity for a very
For a metro,
yeah.
sexual,
Yeah.
if that's even still a
Have
word.
any
You?
of mine question? Did you question anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
It just
okay.
seems
Maybe
like in
it's
the
maybe
world
like
you
with
guys
a
were
couple.
in, that
Yeah.
there would have been people that later came
Yeah.
out,
no.
Okay.
It's
Mm-mm.
also my memory. Like it's very possible that I'm just forgetting.
No, I got you.
or you
You've
blocked it out.
suppressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I asked that. It's not, but just thinking, I
It's
know,
not in your
have
notes.
you?
I had in high school, a boy, I don't want to say his name out loud, but he was in love with me, and wrote all over my yearbook and all of that.
I can see gay guys falling in love with you.
And then, but it was obviously what he really wasn't.
In love with you?
No, because he was in love with,
he was gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he idolized you a little bit.
I really wasn't
Wanted
something
to
to be
be
idolized back then.
I find that hard
maybe
to
you were
believe.
the beard.
Maybe just safe. Yeah,
She
I
was
was
an
the beard.
actual
Yeah.
beard. She had a beard.
Yeah. Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. So it was a good start for him,
Yeah.
No, I was
Yeah.
actually a really late bloomer. So there was no hair anywhere for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No
yeah.
hair anywhere.
No, it was like
I wonder
waiting
about
for
that. No, it is important because we have kids, and you're like, when does it happen?
Oh,
Yeah.
my kids now are of an age that they're 11. So if I talked about that sort of stuff, they would kill me. So
Do you have
It'd be
twins?
too
I do, a
embarrassing.
boy and a girl.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
11.
Aw.
Yeah,
You got them both in one.
I did.
That's good.
Yeah.
A
How
twofer.
about y'all?
I have one 9-year-old girl.
I have a 5 and an 8-year-old boy. Both boys.
Both boys.
Yeah.
I have a 5 and 8-year-old boy. He's
They
both
are
ages.
one boy.
I love that. Y'all
They
are-
act like one sometimes.
we have ages so similar. I mean,
Yeah, we
with the
really
major-
Yeah.
do. We're all in the same wheelhouse for sure. So
Yeah.
we're all dealing with the same current problems, I'm sure.
So many.
We're all hairless.
Yeah,
So many.
we're all hairless. Yes,
Mine is,
yes.
mine are
Hairless.
starting. That's
Really?
starting- yeah, I mean,
Mine
it's-
are nowhere
it's
near
not.
it.
There's no hair, but there's things. The room is his
Well, they
room is starting to
smell.
not
Yeah,
smell.
Nick- I'm like,
right.
Nick,
Oh,
go
no.
take a shower.
I
know.
did not expect that
Yeah.
to start
Yeah.
so early.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Started? Uh-oh.
They have deodorant. Oh, yeah. We're
How
in for it
old?
all. My son's 11. He'll be 12 this month.
Deodorant.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He needs it, man.
It's not
Yeah.
extreme yet, but it's definitely happening. Where
Yeah.
especially like my kid plays so many sports,
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like so he's
It's extreme for me.
it is.
Yeah. I'm like, handle your
Now the
business.
feet,
Oh,
Oh.
my God. The feet.
yeah, it's another thing.
I haven't
I
entered into
sprayed
that
the
yet.
shoes.
No.
Maybe you're not.
Not at
9.
8.
We're like a
No,
bowling
I
alley.
am
I'm like,
like a-
You have a strong smell.
Oh.
Me too.
Hound dog. I'm a
Which is
hound dog.
shocking for the amount of cocaine I've done. But, like supposedly that kills people's sense
Really?
of smells, but it didn't mine.
It burns all
And
your.
that's not current.
You gave up
As I said it
cocaine.
the way I had to, so I could keep smelling.
Did you give up everything?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
How long?
This time,
This time.
I am almost 4 years.
Amazing.
Nice.
But I've been in and out of recovery for almost 20. I mean, I've had about
Oh,
like I had
wow.
a 10-year run, and but yeah, it's been but it's a really. I'm older now. It feels different this time. It feels
Okay.
final.
permanent.
Settled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have all of the anxiety around trying to figure out if I would ever do it again. You know,
Yeah.
like now it's kind of just like, yeah, I did it, and it was really fun.
And the party's
Yeah,
over.
and the party's over.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It was
Really
so
was.
fun, but it just wasn't anymore.
Yeah.
And the hangovers started to not be worth the
right.
fun.
Right. So you had 10
know?
years
That's-
at one
yeah.
point.
I did, yeah.
And then
it was
you went
8.
out.
It was 8 years, yeah.
It was 8
And then
years.
Well, you can't
Okay.
call your 8 years 10.
I did that because what I like to do is seem better at something
Than
or
you
more
are.
impressive.
Right.
I wanted you to be shocked
Yeah.
The
that I would have
decade
gone
sounds
out.
good.
You want to know what's really funny? Sorry
Yeah.
to make this all about
Always.
me. I have to come on y'all's
No,
podcast,
we wanted to.
please.
No, we need it all about you.
Yeah, we don't.
But I haven't even discussed some of these details with Gina. But what's funny is I got sober,
Yeah.
was sober for 8 years. In that time period, met my husband, and we had kids.
Oh.
After our babies were born,
Oh.
we have newborn twins, 2 months in. I was like, I think I'm going to be able to drink wine.
Mm.
And so for the next few years, I proceeded to. And then what happens is it sneaks up and you're like, oh, yeah, there I am. And so, I ended up drinking a little longer than I should have and then getting sober again. But like I said, this time it just feels, I don't know. I don't really think that's even out there for me anymore. I don't want to be
good.
arrogant about it. And I think, you
Yeah.
have to stay spiritually fit.
Mhm.
But
Well,
yeah.
aware that you got to make the right decisions or you could slide back or make the wrong decisions,
Yeah.
I think is okay. But
Exactly.
like also understanding that like you're in a different phase of life and you're a different person at this point.
yeah.
Right.
And that like also contributes to
But the
decisions
allergy
that
is
you
always
make.
there. And I think what happened to me before was that I thought because of my situation
Yep.
that I could do it different.
Right.
So I have a question on that. I'm 13 years sober.
You are?
Yes. And when my firstborn
Is
was
it really
born-
13 or is it 11?
I-
Let's just get to the bottom of it.
It's 2, but
Two.
but you know what?
But,
It's
like-
going to be 13. So
I've got big decade energy on me. No,
that's
do.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's 13. But when my first son was born, I convinced everyone, I think it's time to start drinking.
Mhm.
Because it was almost like you do this checklist of like, for me, when I stopped drinking, I was like, if I could have all these things and be normal,
Yeah.
right? And then I got to the phase where I was like, oh, I think I'm normal.
I'm a
Totally.
responsible adult.
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
child.
Kids,
Right.
I'm a
How would-
functioning member of society.
Exactly. That
Right.
this was our conversation. You clearly didn't go there
I
though.
didn't. By the grace of God, I was very close to, and everyone around me was like, that is the most ridiculous thing you could do. But I was convinced. I was like 1 minute away from
I love you
doing it.
acknowledging it because it does sound ridiculous, but when you talk about it and saying having kids is going to make you drink, but the thing is, I thought if I have kids, there's no way I'm going to go too far.
That's how I,
I would never do
Right.
that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you know,
did that.
Well,
I did.
because you're thinking logically, because in that moment you're also sober. And then
Right.
you start
That's true.
drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's an addictive substance and it takes over. You know what I mean? It's not like shocking to me that when you're in a right mindset that you would make something that seems like a level-headed, doable thing, right? I can make this decision. It seems doable now. I'm
Yeah.
a parent. But then you're in it and it's like, but it's a drug, just like
Yeah.
anything else. And if you're not, your body is not capable of doing that particular drug in just like a social normative way,
Right.
then it's going to get you no matter what phase of life you're in. So some people you just can't do
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah.
also the disease lies to you and tells you it's like the normal obsession of every alcoholic is to drink like a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
And so the
right.
mind will obsessively start to tell you you're normal.
Yeah.
That's part of the disease.
Yeah.
Normal people aren't like, I'm normal. I'm normal.
Right.
Right?
That's so
Yeah.
true.
Like
It
that
is.
doesn't
Yeah.
happen to normal
It's
people.
Totally,
so interesting
yes.
because like I don't have, alcoholism or anything. Like I don't even drink really just because I get sick if I do.
Which
whatever.
people
Yeah.
who don't, that's what happens. They're just like, I don't really care
I don't
about
really
drinking.
care, but I have been surrounded because both of my closest best friends are recovering alcoholics.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of experience with alcoholism, especially this past year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, you just don't drink. Like you're
Yeah.
okay. You haven't done it for, 6 months. You're good. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're sober now. But like, I'm learning as I go.
You're learning
Oh,
a lot.
I learned a lot this
I
year.
love
Was there a
that.
point with you,
Yeah.
Rachel, where you saw Olivia and you thought in your mind, my girlfriend needs to stop
Oh, yeah.
drinking?
100%. We have multiple examples of nights out
Yeah.
Where you were like,
where I had to be like, I sat her down one morning and I was like, listen, this is what you did last night.
Mhm.
tell us.
Oh, I've told this
She's
story.
told it. It's so.
She embarrassed herself and she hates telling this story.
I don't
She
hate
hates when I
telling the
tell
story
it.
because I don't tell
No,
the
I tell
story.
it. Sorry.
She's like, I don't even remember the
No,
story.
I meant
Rachel
she hates
tells
when
it.
I tell the story. But she just embarrassed herself in front of Justin Timberlake.
Oh no.
She was very.
That's a notch on your
it's-
belt, though. That's pretty
It
cool.
is.
Not
It's
everybody
a
can
good
say
story.
that.
Not
I would
many
tell
people
everybody
can say that.
Yes.
That was one of the lower points before she decided to get sober.
Ah,
Yeah.
man,
It's a
yeah,
good one.
that'll do it.
Your face.
No,
That'll do it.
I'm only. It's completely relatable. Is the thing
Got
is
it.
that
Was
I'm
it
just
for
sitting
you?
here going. I'm just remembering something that happened that was just so
Was it with Justin
degrading
Timberlake?
and embarrassing. And it was with Justin Timberlake.
Stop it.
It wasn't.
Repeat
I'm
it.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I wish it was.
Me too.
Well, wait a minute, because you were also on, now not to circle back, but
What?
one of you were on, I think it was you, Olivia, on One Tree Hill.
Nope.
No, on
Seventh Heaven.
Sorry, Seventh Heaven.
Oh, yes.
Which is Jessica Biel, which is, I was
Oh,
going to get there,
yeah.
which is the connection to Justin Timberlake.
Totally. See?
Full circle.
Full circle.
It was meant
Yes.
to happen. It actually was meant to happen because it was one of the points where I was like, ooh,
Meant to happen.
ooh.
Yeah, no, we use it as a good
Yeah.
example.
Well,
even
because
though-
those
yeah.
things.
So you have to have
they
a pain
could
point
have-
so you never stop.
That's right. And
Yeah.
they could have been. It could have been something that was much worse.
I could have had his child.
Yeah, you
No.
could. You
That,
could
I
have.
don't know. Would that have been worse, though?
What?
I don't know if that would have been
Yeah.
worse.
I don't know if it
That's okay. Yes. But
Gosh,
yes.
that would have really been a good story.
You
That
know what,
would have
guys? We
been-
never
I
got
know.
to the. I know
What?
that we all want to say that we met on Grindr, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
actually the connection originally
right.
was
What we started with.
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Family Feud, not
Yeah.
a feud at
But
all.
that's how you met them too.
Well, no, but that, well,
It was
kind of,
through-
because you guys put
Yeah.
each other in
right.
Family Feud, and then because you got to know them, then Marissa
Introduced.
got there.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I got
Y'all,
introduced to them, and now we're
you
all
did
just
It
Family
was all
Feud.
meant to be.
And I
she did
did
it
do
too,
Family Feud,
and I was so
yes.
jealous when she did it.
Did it already air?
It aired already.
Did you win?
We lost to the Atlanta ladies,
Oh,
and
shit.
I was specifically first of all, I was also the reason that we got a lot of the questions right in the huddle because they wouldn't shut up, and it was like I was like, guys, this is just say this, and then we got a lot of them right, but then it circled back to me, and it was sudden death
Yeah.
at the
Yeah, yeah.
podium,
Oh yeah.
and the chick that I was against is Atlanta housewife. She's
Who?
she's an Olympic runner. I was like, this is bullshit.
She's fast.
Fast at everything. I was like, I'm the most sedentary creature. I do nothing. I sit as much as possible.
She
I'm gonna go against an Olympian.
trained. Yeah.
She represents America.
I don't know her.
There,
Meaning, I don't
No.
know I know the housewives of Atlanta, but I don't know the one that was.
and she was pregnant, and she was very pregnant.
she was
And
running in the Olympics.
Protecting
Yes,
hers.
yes. I
She
was
was
like,
doing it
wow,
all.
Yeah.
this is
She was
embarrassing.
pregnant.
Yes.
First woman. Okay. Well, we
So
did.
fast.
We met on Family Feud, Olivia,
did.
Rachel, and I, and it hasn't aired yet, so we can't talk about it. But I will tell you that just the experience of going in there was top 5 all time for
It
me.
was-
It was fun.
a blast.
So fun.
I
Weren't
just
they saying because of you guys went on it?
well, the thing is, it was Walker
Yeah.
Hayes,
Yeah.
and
But didn't he say it was like your dream?
yeah, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Nobody was calling me to be on it. So when they asked him to be on it, he was like, I don't know. That doesn't really sound like something I would do. And then he told Robert, who manages both of us, and
Yeah.
Robert's like, you have to do this and get Shane to do it with you. So yeah, I mean, it was so fun.
It was really meant to be though that we
It
were there
was.
together.
It's
It was
funny
so
how you
much
feel so
fun.
connected.
You do.
Like I felt like we had this thing, and even just watching you guys and vice versa. And I had worked on this show a few years ago called Songland on NBC that was a songwriters show where I was a mentor on there. And I miss it. It was 2 seasons, and it was just the people. And we had the trailer
Yeah.
park set up like that on the
Mhm.
inside.
yeah.
Like the makeup trailers were inside like that.
Oh, wow.
And when I walked on the set, so many people that were there worked on our show.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
that's
And
interesting.
so I just felt, that feel. I know you guys understand that, having been on
Yeah.
shows, and especially shows that ran, and you go, you miss those people.
Yeah.
There's an element that you're like, wow, it really felt like a family.
Family,
and I haven't
yeah.
seen them, even though you swear you're going to keep in touch. It's hard to keep in
I
touch
know.
with all those people. And so just seeing a lot of them it really warmed me up that day. I had a blast just seeing everybody.
For me,
Aw.
honestly, I understand because it's so weird because when I'm filming for Housewives, like the crew is really they're in my house.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're hanging out with my kids.
Yeah.
They're, so a part of my life. And it's like every day, all day. And then boom, they're gone. They're all gone.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's a weird adjustment because I'm also like, wait a minute. Like also you get very comfortable, very quick to being handled
Yes.
and not doing
Yes.
anything yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I have to get to the airport and get on the plane by myself. And I don't know how to, it's like so.
Don't you feel? I mean,
bad
that
how
is so
quickly-
true. Like how you
I
don't
can't
even
do anything
realize
any-
how
Yeah.
spoiled. I mean, I saw
I
this
know.
great thing Oprah and Gail did. This was forever ago, but
Yeah.
they did. Oprah,
And we're
they
back.
did. Sorry.
Can't make it 10 minutes
This'll make
without an
sense
Oprah
in the
reference.
future.
Yes.
I can't.
She's sponsoring our pod.
I love her so much. It's why we moved to Santa Barbara. Anyway,
Just casual stalking.
Um,
no big deal.
but she and Gail did this road trip once,
Mm-hmm.
and they stopped for gas,
Oh yeah, I remember
and she
that.
did not know how to pay at the pump
No.
Yeah.
because she said the last time I pumped my own gas, you couldn't do that. And so,
That's amazing.
isn't it? I
Yes.
mean, it is so true. It doesn't mean she's not capable.
No,
Someone else was
totally.
doing it.
You just-
You know
She's
what I
not
tell
used
her?
to
Like
it.
sometimes we'll have actors on our podcast, and like if they've been acting since they were young, where I'm like, guarantee you they're gonna leave their drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take it to throw it out. I'm like, watch.
Yeah.
And every time, sure enough, the stuff is still there.
yeah.
that and they're nice people.
Oh, amazing
They're just
people.
not used to
You're just
somebody
used to
doing it.
someone taking care of all your
everything.
shit.
Yeah, I
That's how my
know.
kids are.
I throw my
Nice.
own stuff away.
yeah,
What?
me too.
Your
My kids are. I swear
Yeah.
they just drop things. I'm like,
Oh my god.
my goodness.
Oh my god.
what are you doing?
My car, you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a dumpster.
They're
like,
all
literally
trash
they
cans.
drop it on
Yeah.
the floor
The
when they're
trash.
done with
It's
it.
horrifying.
It's just like
it is
yeah,
horrifying.
Yeah, I know.
Food. Do you let your kids eat in your cars?
I do.
In the car, yeah. Not
no, I
upstairs. Our
do.
rule is just
Yeah.
no
Completely.
upstairs.
Oh, you have
We
no.
do.
Okay.
We try
No
to do the
upstairs. No in their room. No
She's like,
upstairs.
"Oh,
They eat
you
at the table in the house.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Job
You know
level.
what's funny is how kids think that stairs are like
I know it is.
rich.
It's hysterical.
You've made
Oh
it.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
have stairs.
Because my
you
kids
the
have
nice house.
definitely been like when they're talking about their friends and stuff though. Because we
You have a
do
lot of
have
stairs.
stairs.
You have
We
a
have
lot
a lot
of
of stairs.
stairs.
Yeah.
But they'll just be like, yeah. I mean, I'll be like, oh, what did you think about their house? Their house nice? Yeah, they have stairs. So,
Exactly.
It's true.
That's great. Okay, that's good to
Yeah.
know. Thank God I have stairs in my condo.
but I love,
I'm
I
rich.
love a ranch. I
do
love
too.
when
Me
houses
too.
don't
Yeah.
have stairs.
Mine-
My home in
One
Kodo
level.
was like, your
Yeah.
home is
Yeah, you were- yeah,
beautiful.
oh, thanks.
That's
Yeah,
like
you were
my
there.
dream home. The view and I love one
We love
like
our house,
but
I
I
like
stairs.
stairs is a
No stairs, though, you
privilege.
guys.
Because it's
I
a
know, it's
privilege
so
to not have
embarrassing.
stairs. Who wants to
agree.
walk
Yeah,
the
but
I
stairs?
love
what?
not
We
having
should.
stairs.
Because I was watching
Well,
the
yes.
Blue Zones. Have you guys seen that documentary?
No, but I heard about it
Yeah.
about where people go to live forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
And like this one
They all have stairs.
village, it's like the
What?
highest peak village, the most
In
stairs.
Italy?
And they
Yeah.
live the longest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Because of the
100.
stairs?
It's all part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of
Because of the stairs themselves.
That's it.
Have you ever done the Santa Monica stairs? That's probably
it. All the time.
why those
She-
people
She has.
are
Yeah.
115 doing it.
That's
I'm just kidding.
I don't
think
want to
115-year-old is doing
I want
that.
to see the
15.
But they
115-year-old on the
feel
stairs.
good. And
Yeah, they
they're like,
feel good. Yeah.
they're good. I kind of wanted to move there. But when I watched it, I was like, if I live there, could I drink?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like,
Did
if I
Ray
do
never do
if I
that?
do the stairs,
have-
then I can have a
I'm like-
cocktail.
Like if I'm on like a remote village, like you think that would work? My husband's like, no.
I really do think.
So you
that-
do you want
No,
to drink though?
I
Like
don't,
is that
but
like
that's
no?
where
But I
my-
mean, like is that?
She's like, are
What
you
is this
okay?
turning
Yeah.
into?
Yeah.
I'm being
Gina's like,
serious. I want
"Are
to
we
know.
okay?"
Well, because there's different. Like for me, I'm like I could do with that. I don't even ever think about it. Like it's just gone, and I don't even
Yeah.
care. You know, like I'm happier with that. Obviously, you are too. But
Yes,
you know what I
yes.
mean? Like it's not like a thing where I'm like.
But you don't have
could
the
I do
obsession
it? Yeah.
like the same thing that, and I'm not filling
You-
that
no,
in for
you're-
you.
I
I'm
don't
filling it in
identify
for
as an
me.
alcoholic,
Yeah.
so I think
Right.
it's different. Yeah.
I don't sit around thinking I want to drink.
Yeah.
I would like to sometimes escape, and I would like to
Sure.
sometimes just feel different
Right.
than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and so it
I'm
may not,
California sober too, so I
no,
have
it's
an
not.
escape.
Yeah, you
Right.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I just little fantasies,
Yeah.
you know, when you see Italy and you're like, well, maybe if I lived in a different island, but
I just
no,
want to live
don't.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too, and like make sourdough bread and
Sourdough.
That's
Yeah.
what they make.
I'll tell
In
you,
Italy?
everybody's making sourdough bread in
Yeah.
Orange
Italian?
County.
It's Italian, yeah.
You two are so funny together.
Are we?
Like,
We're like 80-year-old biddies.
I
that
mean,
have-
I
With
hope
broad ideas.
that
with
we
a lot of broad ideas.
get there
Yeah.
to our 80-year-old biddies.
We're here already.
Oh.
I'm Nana Gina.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
she just turned 40,
Yeah.
and I'm about to turn 50.
Oh my
What?
god,
You look so young.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
thank
you
you.
look great.
Thank
Both.
you.
Mhm. You must be doing a lot
Amazing.
of stairs.
I,
Yeah.
I just sit
All
at the
your
top of our
stairs.
stairs.
Yes, in his
all the
house.
stairs.
at the top of
Oh,
the
my.
So
stairs.
many stairs. We haven't even looked at this piece of paper.
I
I have no
know.
idea what we're supposed to be talking about.
Well, there's a lot
I
of
feel like
interesting
this is
stuff
it.
that we have to get into. Nothing too scary, but I have a lot of questions.
Oh,
Oh.
Or just some.
Gina, your face.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm really on it. First of all, both of our daughters' middle name is Rose.
Daughters.
So I love that.
That's so sweet.
Because you picked a great middle name.
Great.
But also, I was curious about your stance on. I know that you hide your daughter from social media.
I don't post her. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted
I like
to
hide.
hear.
Yeah.
I hide her.
Keep her
And
hidden.
you
Keep her in
hide
a
your-
dungeon.
You hide your
Right?
daughter.
Yeah.
Which I agree. That's great parenting, and I fully support that. No, but I just wanted to hear like a little bit more about like your personal views, if you don't mind sharing, like
Yeah.
why you do it. Because like obviously it is it's a thing. I get it. I totally get
Yeah.
it, and I am conflicted in my head when I
I'm
joined
sure
the
she
show and
would-
I didn't know. And
Oh,
now,
okay, right.
Well, now
And
my
they're on
son's
it.
older,
Yeah.
and he's like, you can't post that, or like you. And, of course, I'm
Yeah.
very sensitive to all of that, and I don't like try to overly post
Yeah.
them or anything,
Right.
but like they're in there and I do worry for them. So
Sure.
it is something that I'm curious about, your reasoning behind it, what you feel and all of that.
I just think that like first, because she was born kind of into potentially in this world of like public eye and whatnot.
Yeah, because you're a public figure.
Because of her dad
Her
and
dad,
I
too.
and whatever.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, it's like you didn't choose it. So I don't want to make that choice for you
Mm-hmm.
by putting you out there in that way if you didn't have the opportunity to make the choice. Now, I'm sure she would make the choice, be like, absolutely, Mom, put my face everywhere. I want to perform. I want to sing. I want to dance, you know. But like, she's just young. She's just a kid. I just think privacy for her is something I protect.
Yeah.
I'm also pretty protective. Like, I'm like, you can't watch YouTube. Sorry. Like,
Yeah.
no YouTube videos for you. You know,
Absolutely.
like, I walked in on her and her friend yesterday and they had some YouTube thing on and I'm like, what are you watching? You know, she's
Yeah.
so good, my daughter, though. She asks permission about everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just more protective over that kind of stuff. Now she eats
Yeah.
candy all the time. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like,
Right. It's just a thing. And it's so sort of hard to comprehend what you have experienced.
Mhm.
And so you have such a reverence for it and respect for being sort of thrown into that and something that you know, that came with your work.
right.
My social media wouldn't even exist without my kids. I mean, truly, that's sort of, I mean, honestly, that's
Yeah.
what I've done since they were babies. Now I'm to the point where they're saying, you know, just
They don't
like when I
wanna-
made the comment earlier, like
Yeah.
they're finally at an age where somebody's parent
We'll be
might
like,
also be,
Right.
you know, and they'll say, oh, we heard you tell this story about your kid.
yeah.
But when they were babies and stuff, and maybe it was because I was a gay dad and I didn't think I would get to do that. I sort of built, you know, and wanted to tell that story.
Yeah.
And then I, you know, have really gotten a little addicted to the attention that it got.
Right.
That, you know, I have these, people really are sort of interested
Responding
in.
Yeah,
to
they're
that.
invested in like
Exactly.
their life
Yeah.
and
I
their
think
stories.
it's different too, at least from witnessing like Rachel's life versus my life or
Yeah.
anyone else's, is that I don't have stalkers.
hmm
You know what I mean?
We don't know what
Like
that
safety
right.
issues.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
not like
I've-
this
I
like
have-
unhealthy,
I have
sick.
been a stalker.
Okay,
So
it's you.
yeah.
He
But like
is
there's
the baby
like
reindeer.
a whole different level
like, I
she's
won't-
had to endure.
Yeah.
I just, you know, like I
Yeah.
won't follow her school on social because I don't want people,
People to know.
like
Yeah.
where my kid goes. Not to say
No,
that
I do-
I'm anybody that
I
like
don't like
has,
to like.
Yeah, but you are. You've been in the public
No,
eye
you
for
certainly
like,
are.
long time.
Yes.
more- yeah, it's more
yes. And I think
privacy.
it's good
Yeah.
because you were aware of that. I think like for me, because I didn't have anything to do with this world, and then before you knew it,
Yes.
I was in it. Now
Right.
I'm like, I really like I can't take it back. So there's nothing I
Yeah.
can do about it. But I try to like do things going forward, you know, as best I can. But now, like my grandchildren,
Yeah.
I'll be like, no, like
Right.
I don't, you know, and I see how it also was a thing where it's like for you, it was all about me and my story included my kids. So I'm putting this up about my kids. And at a certain point, the story no longer is about you, it's about them. And they have their own story to tell and they want to tell it their own way. And even now with my son about to be 12, you know, I respect the fact that he doesn't, you know, I don't just post anything of him because I respect him and I
Right.
want him to be able to control that and
Yeah.
be okay with what's up there because it is him and his
It's
life.
also like a platform for anybody in the world being able to comment or
Right.
judge
Yeah.
or
right.
Yeah.
you know what I
It's
mean?
a toilet. Yes.
Like Paris Hilton has been through with her
Oh
kids.
my gosh, how
I cannot
insane.
believe.
I
Commenting
loved
on
how
her
she
baby.
handled like recently it was like the what are those called? The swim oh my god, whatever.
Floaties?
The floaty thing, but it's
Yes.
called the puddle jumper.
The puddle jumper. Yeah.
And she had it on backwards and people were calling her out left and right. And she owned it. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. It looked weird. I thought it was backwards. Thank you for telling me.
Right.
And I was like,
Right.
good for
People
her handling
cannot
it that
wait.
way. But they can't wait to jump in and be like, oh, you know, the judgments. and
Right.
whatever.
It doesn't make you a horrible mother. You're like trying to kill your
No,
kid
we're
or
all
whatever.
just
I mean,
trying to, like,
even
do our
now,
best,
you
right?
saying it puts me on guard because it's like you're very aware of how horrible the internet is because
Yeah.
you immediately felt like you had to justify the fact that you keep your kid off social media by then compensating. But my kid eats candy, you know? And it's like you just
Right.
feel
Right.
this need.
'Cause
There's constant judgment.
You're
Right,
totally right.
because you,
You know?
already see in your
Yeah,
head,
people
oh,
being
I'm
like,
gonna
oh,
get
well,
walloped for
her
that
kid's
now,
like-
and yeah,
That's not true. Like,
no, and
there's
it's out of
certain things.
control.
Yeah.
but we
it's an
should,
exposure
yeah.
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
We're very normal. She's has a very normal childhood. She eats
Yeah,
the shit.
right.
Whatever.
I told
Yeah.
someone recently, my life will be a whole lot easier if I could hit these kids. Because
Yeah,
when I was a kid,
sure.
there was the possibility
Right.
Yeah,
And so
that was the fear.
it
inside.
kept me
possibility.
from crossing the line.
Yeah.
My kids know they're not getting hit, and you know
Totally.
it's a tough road.
You got
when you're
my daughter the other day, you guys, or a couple weeks ago, she came home and she was like, "Mom, have I ever been grounded?" And I was like, "No, like it's not something we do." And a couple friends at school could not believe that she had never been grounded. She called her other friend, was like, "Hey, have you ever been grounded?" And she's like, "No." And like they were like in this whole other
yeah.
world of like, you know, just different things. But what you're saying
Yeah.
is sometimes that fear is
What
a
he's
good
saying
thing.
is he wants
Yeah.
to hit his kids. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
No.
I said it
But,
very
like, they
clearly.
know that
Boy,
there's-
sometimes there are times when I see it in my head so perfectly.
Yeah.
Right.
We just talked about that this weekend, and my husband was like, when I was a kid, I got hit with a ruler.
Yeah.
And I was like, how old are you?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what is
You're like, are
happening?
this 1850?
Yeah.
Mine
Like,
was a
yeah, it's like
mine was a
nun
wooden
shit.
spoon.
Yeah, me too.
Was it?
My mother would chase
grandmother.
my brother with the wooden spoon. She
Yeah.
never would get him,
Right,
but she
right.
would threaten.
But the threat,
it, you know,
yeah,
yeah,
the threat.
Yeah, the threat
My
was real.
kids-
They're not
I
scared
love
of
that
anything.
question
Yeah.
though of how old, because I'm like, why did we have a wooden spoon?
Oh my god, I
Right.
know.
What were
I
we
use a
doing?
wooden spoon.
Yeah, but
You gotta-
you'd like to stir or something.
Like to stir, not
Yeah,
to hit
not
your
Yeah.
to hit.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is
For
for
its
pasta.
intentional purposes, that's what you've used it for. You should hang it up. You should hang the spoon.
The spoon?
Yeah, like
My
in a,
kids
in a
would
visible
laugh
place.
in my
That's
face.
what mine do.
Hers too.
Yeah.
They have no
No.
like
No,
nothing they
well,
can do.
Jeff said to me, my husband said to me the other day, he's like, I just don't think they have any physical fear of you
Right.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
you-
like, well, what am I supposed to
And
do
why would
about
they
that?
if
You know?
the
Right.
I mean, are they
I have to be
physically
honest. I think my
afraid of
kids
Jeff?
are a little bit
They
scared
are,
of me.
even though he's
I
never
could
done
see that.
anything.
Right.
It's just
Like,
like
just
Mom,
the-
like
yeah,
I
person.
just those eyes. You know, you give them that look.
No, my
Aren't they
kids-
scared of the
I'm not-
look? My
No.
kids
You know
are
what my
scared
problem
of the
is?
look.
My kids have seen it too much.
right.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
mean
it's overexposure.
anything. My
Yeah.
husband,
Right.
he doesn't go there as much, so
Yeah.
it means more.
Got
I
it.
am always just
There,
like,
you live
are
there?
you kidding me? How
Yeah.
many times?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that's for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're not scared of a look. They're not scared. They
Nothing.
certainly do not think that they're ever going to be physically punished.
No,
The
and I-
iPad is my only.
Me too.
We
That's
take
all-
away the
that's all I have.
technology. Yeah, that's what I do.
Take it away.
That's it.
Yeah.
I take away the technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good for them anyway. I
Yeah,
mean,
totally.
you know, I take it away when they're not punished because I just like even like Nicholas had a sleepover over the weekend. School just ended. He's on the Oculus at the same time
Right.
he's on a PC.
Yeah.
At the same
Right.
time
Yeah.
he's on an iPad and he's doing his television remote. And I'm
Yeah.
like, for the whole weekend. So then we went to the beach yesterday and then I was like, this is a no technology day.
Yeah.
Because he just
Totally.
needs to unplug because they also get they get
Oh, they're
out of
terrible
whack
when
when
they're
they're
on
on it too much,
They
and
have
their
to- Oh,
behavior
my
starts
God,
to change. And I
True
don't like that.
crackhead.
Yeah.
So I have to threaten to take my sunscreen and then my daughter's cigarettes. And
Oh.
if I'm taking those, like they will.
then that's what really
Get
sucked
in
them
on.
off. I know
You're
they love
funny.
those ciggies.
Oh, wow.
Right from the beginning.
Gotta have it.
No, we knew.
When-
Yeah. When
we're
we
like,
met you, we
oh,
were
he's
like,
a
oh.
star. Like,
Oh my
we
God!
didn't know
Please say
anything.
more.
We're just like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
It's like, no, 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 but
well,
go
the
on.
truth is,
personable.
my dream would be that Steve Harvey gig. So I'm hoping I really.
Oh my God.
We're working
I was
our way
shining
there.
brightly.
You.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that would be the funnest job in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
He just is. I mean, I just laughed at how he gets a laugh,
Yeah.
by doing
just by
nothing.
his
Because-
look
Yeah.
on his face.
and he just and he
It's him.
seems a little sort of over it, and
yeah.
like, but it doesn't
But it's
matter.
his shtick.
I think that's part
Yeah,
of it.
it's
his
Yeah,
shtick. Yeah.
Hear him, though.
me either because
was
of the
like,
way
I'm
the
missing
speakers
out.
No, I
were.
couldn't
Oh,
hear when he's
yeah.
talking to the audience and he's
That's
being
a
so
problem.
funny.
I know. I would
We're
just
like, we
laugh.
can't hear you, Steve.
I know.
I was like,
know.
ha ha ha. I think I'm supposed to laugh
Yeah.
now.
yeah,
It works out the way it should.
it does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh my God,
Oh,
stop.
play a
Okay,
game.
yeah.
I was
But,
like,
okay,
what?
we're going to play a game. Speaking of Family Feud, we're going to play Family Feud.
Oh my God.
If that's okay with you. Yes. So we're going to bring in
Oh,
our
shit.
guest,
Sorry.
Steve
Edit that out.
Harvey.
Edit it.
Cut that
No,
out.
edit
Yeah.
it.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm like
I
you.
was
I
being
didn't even
funny.
know. I didn't even know. No.
Britt's going to be our Steve Harvey.
Oh my God.
She's a natural.
you look
That's right.
great.
She's a natural. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock, and Britt's gonna read you two. We're gonna just go right to the final round. to the fast money.
Before we do this, let's just acknowledge the fact that the host of our Family Feud is the new wife of Gina's ex-husband.
Talk about Family Feud.
Yes.
Oh,
Which
boy.
is
Yes.
incredible.
No, it's
No,
the
you guys are
non-family
like
feud.
best friends. That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
It took us a while to get here.
Did it?
Not a while, but
Yeah.
just time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know, and-
Oh, I mean, I
Alcohol.
would say it's not like it happened overnight. You
And
know?
do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay. And so your kids are all step kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all
They're
one
wonderful.
big-
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Stayed
Yeah.
at Gina's house before.
Yeah.
My
And
kids.
think
Really?
about her
Yeah.
kids.
This is
Her-
kids in
Yeah.
my house.
Yeah.
Do you hit your
Travis's
kids
kids.
with a
That's
wooden
how it should
spoon?
be.
I know.
I would if I could.
Yeah.
And I would let her.
Can't
I would be
anymore.
like, you know what? She made that parental decision.
Wait,
and that's
what did
the
she
law.
I
say?
said, would you hit them with a wooden spoon?
Oh.
She said
Well,
she made
mine
that
for
parental
sure.
decision.
I don't know about yours. I'd let you do that.
If you're gonna get a crack in there, you should just make it an equal playing field.
Yeah,
I
just
feel like.
everybody bend
What am I
over.
doing?
All right, so this is for Britt. She's
I
gonna
don't think
read.
I
So
was-
we're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock. Would you like
Okay.
me to be
I
the
feel
timer?
really
Yeah.
scared
Okay.
again, like I
You
did
should
when I
be.
was there.
Boy,
This
how
is big
scary
time.
was
This is
that?
for big
You
money.
just want. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna keep my mouth.
I
shut.
was so nervous though.
Do I need one?
I just
It did not show. You were amazing.
love y'all.
that
Amazing.
pre prep though was.
Here, use mine.
Right.
Swing
I
it
know.
I
around.
blew
Shane,
my
lean
wad,
forward.
so to speak,
Sorry, I gotta get the mic
in the
behind you.
practice round because you guys were like, oh, because I went so fast.
did.
And then that's what did it really. I helped
Honestly,
you guys.
you were
Well,
so
you
fast.
can't
What am I
talk
doing
to
right
me,
now?
just
Well,
lean
we're
in.
not, this is all edit. This is not.
No, but
edited.
I like
Oh, you mean? But then she's not
the
gonna be on
pre-prep.
camera.
That one thing
Yeah,
they
it's
told
fine,
us
yeah.
that I'd never seen happen,
What?
where there was like, she said, if this happens, it was like something they warned us not to do. And I said, I've watched this show
terrifying.
forever and I've never seen that happen. And she goes, well, because we always edit it out. And it had something to do
What
with like
was
if
it?
you, it was something about the way the question was asked. And if you said, I can't remember now. This was a really terrible road to go down.
That sounds really pointless.
It
Whatever.
was
We're
awful.
gonna move on. And
Okay.
We're gonna go to
Okay.
fast money.
All right.
You're gonna have 60 seconds on the clock.
And we're
Now-
both answering?
All
Yeah,
of us
so what
or
I
them?
Suggest, you're not us yet. We're gonna go next. What I would suggest is
We alternate?
do a little either alternate or decide you're gonna talk for a second and then spit out the answer.
I like that.
How many are we got? It's like,
Five.
it's like fast money. Okay.
We've
But you have
asked-
60 seconds.
We've asked.
That's a long time, right?
That's a long
No
time.
one. We've just written down these questions. There'll be 60 seconds on the clock.
But they're from they're Family Feud questions.
They are,
Yeah.
but they are
Okay.
just generated by the.
So we can
Family Feud
discuss
computer.
and then give our final answers for each, I think.
Okay,
is
so
what,
yeah, we'll
because
have-
we're together on this.
yeah.
We're going against them.
If God's voice is number one, who's number two?
Oh,
Obama.
Nailed it. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Name something you do if the person sitting next to you on an airplane had BO.
Oh, what? Okay. Put on your mask.
Oh.
That's.
I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
What's your fan? We only have 60 seconds for
That's
5
not what I
questions.
said.
Do you want to pass?
Maybe they should
No,
go
go,
against each
go.
other.
Just say yours, because you were right.
Move.
Okay.
That is the number one answer.
Wait, tell them at the end. This
Oh,
is fast money.
just kidding. Okay.
Okay.
That's so bad. Name
Y'all are-
something people swap.
People swap.
60 seconds each.
Husbands.
Okay.
Husbands.
Go ahead.
Spit.
Spit. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Name an occasion for which you might wear your lucky underwear.
First date.
This podcast.
Okay, go.
Oh, wedding.
Okay.
I'm just taking
that's
her
good, that's
answers
good.
Oh,
because
I'm like,
because of what
name-
happened on Feud.
Name a place that's filled with people
damn it.
who don't want to be there.
A wedding. A wedding.
We're just gonna let
No,
them
just
do their
let,
time.
yeah, this is better.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
DMV.
Okay.
Name something
I was gonna. Oh,
a
jail.
person might get caught in.
Might get caught in a ring.
A scandal. Scandal.
A lie.
Oh, I like
A
that.
storm. Okay, a lie.
Okay.
Lie.
Those were very good. The only one that might be questionable is
probably should
DMV.
write
The
down
rest
the
were
answers.
really
I think
good.
jail's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us
I
the
mean,
points.
Let's go back and we can answer
But
that.
no.
So let's
Okay.
see.
Tell us the points.
You like being at the DMV?
Okay.
No.
Overcomplicated.
I just don't think people would go there in their mind.
If
It's
the
the
person
worst.
next
Actually-
to you on an airplane had BO, you said move. Number one answer.
It's not
39
easy to
people said
move.
change seats. So same
it's the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
accept that. Survey
Okay.
says acceptable. Name something people swap. You said
Oh,
spit.
by the way, number 2 is mask.
Bing.
I was?
You got, yes,
Oh.
that was number 1, 2, 3. Number 4. 14
For
people said
spit.
spit germs.
Oh.
Close was number 1.
Name an
So,
occasion.
but it was on the board.
Yeah. It was on the board. Name an occasion for which you might wear your lucky underwear. Number one answer was hot date.
Oh.
Wedding.
What did you guys say?
I
Wedding.
said first date. You said wedding.
Oh yeah,
wedding.
that's on the board. 7 people said wedding
Okay.
Casino was ahead of that.
and
What?
job
Because
and
they're
job
lucky.
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Red underwear to job
Okay.
interviews. That's a thing.
Oh yeah, red underwear also to play slot machines.
Yeah.
My Mima told me.
Red underwear right now.
Yeah. Name a place that's filled with people who don't want to be there.
They changed to this so they get it.
Yeah. Oh, did you say
Jail.
jail?
She
I
changed it to
did.
That's
jail.
great. That was the number 1 answer. 36 people.
Was DMV on there?
No.
No, but church was.
Church.
That was my answer.
Cemetery, hell, and work.
I said wedding. It ain't on there.
Name something a person might get caught in. Who said the rain? Didn't somebody
I
say
did,
that? That was
yeah.
the number 1 answer, 24 people.
And lie was
And
number
lie
2.
was the second answer, 22 people. So we're going
Scandal's
to
not
add up
on there.
their points and
We
see
did
if
good.
If they got it.
did
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
a really
Let's
organized
see.
game.
You
that
guys,
we're
this is
playing.
running
are.
We
really smoothly.
we prepared.
While we're doing this, can we just
Your
get
future
into
Steve Harvey is right here.
We are.
I know it's a
plummeting.
real, but it's fine because we're still going, and I
You're
really
still
want to
going.
know about because I've been waiting to ask this. You have a master's in spiritual psychology.
Oh,
She does.
What is
I
that?
do want to know about
and-
this.
Like, what is it?
And
I don't
yeah.
know what it is.
Right.
No, I did a master's program in spiritual psychology. It's basically you learn all the modalities of psychology, but the spiritual side is just kind of like bringing. Sorry, I have allergies. Bringing
She's
the
upset.
soul. I'm crying.
Where is that? Somebody coming through?
spiritually
Is
upset.
somebody coming through
Channeling,
right now?
no, it's bringing the soul into it, right? So
Okay.
instead of just being like, how do you fix this problem? It's more about the soul's perspective and like, why is this happening for you? What is your soul seeking to learn from this experience? It's a lot of tools on how to help people get out of their own way.
Did you do it to also help you, or was it that you were really interested in helping other people with that understanding of that,
So
or both? I mean,
I've always been obsessed with kind of all different forms of religions and self-help and like
me too.
all of that spirituality. And then I got to a point where I didn't know where I had just got sober.
Yeah, I was
And-
wondering if there is that. I mean, I'm listening to multiple spirituality books
See, it happened to you now.
at all times, and reading them as well. It's always like, what can I learn about the soul and
Yeah.
about why am I here? What is
What
so
is
I
this
wonder
thing?
if there's an element of. I mean, I feel like my first fascination with that came through me being in recovery, where I first
Oh,
started to be
yeah.
like the search. I've had the search forever. I mean,
Mhm.
I grew up, Pentecostal. I was like always searching for like the religious answer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's the same thing. I would let the Mormons come in and read to me on Sundays, and my mom would be like, you don't have to let them come in and read. And I'd be like, no, I'm really curious.
Yeah.
Like, I was just fascinated.
I used
by-
to sign my mom up. She didn't go to church. And you know how like
Yeah.
they'd say, if there's anyone that knows someone who needs to be saved, I'd put my mom's name on the card.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
the preacher came to our house. It did not go well.
Oh,
I can tell you that. My mom was
no.
like, I got saved in
That's
the
when
fifth
the
grade
wooden
and I'm
spoon
good.
came out.
Yeah,
It's like I did not need a save.
I've been saved.
But yeah, I went there, basically got sober and felt like I was acting, but it wasn't going anywhere. And I felt like I couldn't do the rejection anymore. And
Yeah.
I'm like, who am I? If this is a no for me, like what else is there? So I had to like figure out who I was and what I was here to do on this planet. And so I just I went back to school because I had not gone to school.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to school, do that whole thing, and then ended up there. And it was, the coolest part is that you go through all the healing processes yourself while helping other people. And so you learn both.
This is like very cathartic because you're going through it
You
while
have
you're
to go
learning
through-
how to help
yes.
others. You
Wow.
can't help but help yourself kind of
Yes.
thing.
Thanks.
Okay.
No, you
That's
have to
hitting
go
the
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's true though. Like I need multiple podcasts and maybe some private ones.
Yeah.
We're going to work all the platforms.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
really, really fascinated. That's right where I am.
Yeah.
And especially about to be 50, there's this halfway mark that really hits you at that age. If you're not in a spiritually centered place, you can
Yeah.
really get caught up in it. And I'd love to talk more about that.
Let's talk
Yeah.
more about it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We're here for you. Or she's
Before
here for
you
you.
get the convertible.
I'm just here.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I feel like, well, I did get a dog
Or
last
another
week.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Last
We
week.
don't gotta go back there.
No, I don't think that'll be my midlife
Yeah.
crisis.
Yeah,
Uh,
you never know though.
But I
People
did
do
get a
weird
dog last
shit.
week, and my husband was like, this is a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Because there was no reason for it. I just
Oh,
saw it on
no.
a rescue page and was like,
Yeah.
I need that dog.
You also
Is
have
it a
the
good
disease of
decision?
More.
More. I needed a little more chaos. Last week was a
Yeah.
very slow week for me. And so we got a dog.
So you got a dog.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
get
man.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
advice is don't get dogs.
Just stop
No
getting
more
things.
dogs.
What did you say?
Don't
Stop.
get dogs.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's so cute though. But he did try to
Aw.
kill one of our chickens, and I had to pry the chicken out
No.
of his
Yeah.
mouth.
So it's going
yesterday.
well. It's going well.
Y'all, he's a little bulldog, and he's 5 months old English bulldog.
Oh, good. Better than French.
And-
Better French.
Oh
Yeah.
right, you have a friend.
Oh, yeah,
bulldog.
I
wanted
saw
to know
that.
if he
Yeah.
was eating any chickens.
No.
No
She
chickens.
she hates her dog.
you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, this dog has been so just lick in your face and playful. He's been with us a week. I wanted to introduce him to the chickens because sometimes we let him out. Because our other dog,
Yeah.
he didn't care about the chickens.
Yeah.
This little dog turned into the Hulk with a touch of Flojo. I could not believe how fast and strong this little dog became. He chased one of those chickens. I'm not kidding you. Y'all, the weight of my entire body was on top of this little bulldog, smushing him into the ground, prying his...
Oh my
and he was
God.
like, no, I'm taking this chicken.
Did he turn on you?
I thought, no. And I
That's
honestly,
good, 'cause
for
sometimes
some
they
reason,
do bite.
I don't know why. I'm not afraid of our other dog, who is a golden doodle mix, and he's
Yeah.
a little cranky at times. I wouldn't put my hand in his mouth. But for some
Right.
reason, this bulldog, I don't know why. I mean, maybe that's stupid, but I did not have a problem going in, or maybe it was just a flash of it's almost like how a mother can lift
yeah.
a car off a baby.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it was.
That's what that chicken
You
means
were
to
like,
me.
save the chicken.
So I was able to pry the chicken out. I got the chicken out. I'm screaming literally like a woman being murdered. I mean,
Yeah.
my kids, my husband come running out and they're like, what is wrong? I'm like, he's killed a chicken. The chicken is laying there just lifeless. And I'm just like, I'm yelling at the bulldog who has no idea what's going on. He's trying to get the chicken. And then as my husband comes out, kids come out, the chicken just goes, "Burp," and just walked off. And there were feathers everywhere, feathers in my
was a
hair.
happy ending.
And I mean,
was a
at
happy
least
ending.
Chicken made it.
the chicken is fine.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But
You won't let them
telling y'all
both
the story
out.
just now, my heart started beating fast
Yeah.
because it was so traumatic.
It's
Are you
traumatic.
keeping the dog?
Yes.
But you're
I'm
going to
already-
keep them separate.
Yeah, we're going to have to. And honestly, I don't think if I hadn't been the dumbass to take the dog over to the chickens, because the way our yard is,
Right.
I don't even know if he ever would have seen them. He doesn't even go to that,
Now I know.
that
Yeah.
part. No, he knows.
You were
Now
like,
I know.
here
You're
is
right.
where you get your lunch.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny though? Is the
Dinner.
chickens knew before he saw them, they were scared. They're
Of
not scared of
course.
our other dog.
Interesting. They knew.
And he's
Oh,
half the
weird.
size.
They knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The puppy.
Yeah.
But they started moving away before he saw them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. Their instinct was that dog is going to hurt us.
Yeah.
And they were correct.
They were right.
They were right.
Yeah.
Oof.
So chickens are smarter than we
Oh,
think.
that makes me feel worse about eating them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
our housekeeper
Gross.
won't eat it anymore.
Because of
She's
the
obsessed
chickens?
with our chickens.
Oh,
And she'll make us
that.
chicken, but she won't.
But she won't eat
Yeah.
They're also like,
She's actually our like
unhealthy, I feel like,
life
the way
person.
they-
I hate even
that
saying
is the
housekeeper.
chicken you want to eat though, because that one's like natural and healthy and like not like in a cage
The
with
one
a
that-
billion other
Oh.
chickens.
The
Oh.
Do
one
you
that your
kill
dog
your?
got.
Do you eat your
Right.
chicken?
I should have just let it
You should have
die.
just
Or do you
The
just take
eggs.
the eggs?
They do. He says the eggs.
We
the
do
eggs.
have lots of eggs.
Yeah.
What's
you
funny
don't-
is once you have eggs, you really don't eat
Don't
them that
use 'em.
much.
I know.
You kind of have this
funny how
idea.
that is.
We want eggs, like that's going to save us so much money.
Yeah.
Oh
now
my
we
God,
have a
Shane.
basket
That
of
is
eggs.
absolutely absurd.
But you know, it's
People
like,
are going crazy for eggs, though.
oh well, then I should be selling them
They
because we
were
get
really
so many eggs.
expensive.
that-
Yeah, they were. You know what I have in my
Yeah.
refrigerator? A refrigerator still full of quail eggs and
Oh, God, yes,
emu
those
egg.
little
Emu
quail-
eggs.
Emu
From
eggs.
Santa Barbara. When I went up to Santa Barbara, brought my kids to see the emus, and now I have a whole refrigerator full of these
Ostriches and
ostrich and
Oh
emu
my God, what
eggs.
if one of them hatches?
And
What
we're
are
like,
you
we're gonna
supposed
make
to
a
do
big
with them?
omelet. Like one of them
With
has like
ostriches?
yes, because they said they have like 10 or 12 egg like
wanna eat
eggs
that.
in
Yogurt
I don't know.
yolks.
I've done exactly nothing with them. They're just taking up prime real estate in my fridge.
Okay, I did not
They're
know
probably
you could
bad
buy those
now.
eggs. I'm
you
concerned.
could, yes. And I bought them all.
There is an ostrich.
Okay.
There
I
is
got
an ostrich
excited.
park in Solvang.
Oh.
Have you ever been to
It's
Solvang?
so
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah.
So there's an ostrich
So
park there,
fun.
which a lot of people are like, oh, that's kind of inhumane. But they have tons of space.
They're so happy.
You mean they're just ostriches?
Yeah, and you just go visit them.
hanging out?
It's
Yeah.
only $3. Now, I don't know how many things you do with your kids, but I can tell you there ain't nothing you're doing for $3.
Not a thing.
I couldn't believe when I
Nothing.
took my kids and
Yeah.
their cousins, and for all the kids it was $15. I was like, "What is this place?"
Unless you're
It-
like
even
me
get
and you
ice
buy
cream
all
for
the
that.
eggs.
No way.
No. I sound like an curmudgeon.
Yeah, but we
Can't do anything
bought
for $3.
feathers. We bought full plumes from the, they sell the plumes. We brought the
See,
plumes.
she's the one that
I'm the sucker.
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
was
oh,
gonna
it's
say.
$3. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
$3, $400 later.
I did not buy anything.
And eggs and accoutrement from the ostriches. I mean, I was like sucker right here.
Oh my
Got
God.
it
That is
all.
hilarious.
Yeah.
This feels really important for people to hear.
I mean,
I'm glad I brought it up.
Did they win the game?
How do you
You
know?
got
What do you
over
mean?
100?
Aren't you guys
See,
gonna
I thought
play?
we were
Did they
competing,
get
but
Yeah, I thought you were
we didn't do our
competing.
half of it.
Do we have
yet.
time?
No. I feel like
what
you
time do we have
guys
to be out of
won.
here? Is there?
Do you guys have
Yeah.
a time?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
you do. have
Yeah,
time.
you
I
have
don't.
11:30 or
I don't. That's okay.
11:20.
Yeah.
We'll just let them.
I feel like
do
you
it.
guys won.
It was fun.
You had all the top answers, so I don't
Yeah.
see how they didn't. Don't make me do girl math in my head.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you got over 100.
Yes, I don't.
I think
That
we
means
won.
you're a
I think we
winner.
won. We're just gonna take the win.
You
Yeah.
should take it. Take it and run.
I feel good about that.
We do love winning. So.
It's
Yeah.
a great
Well-
feeling. It's
Yeah.
so much better than losing, honestly.
feels
I
good,
prefer
right?
it so much better. Yeah, it's my favorite. Thank you guys.
No, this honestly,
you for being
I have
here.
no idea what we
For
accomplished.
this messy-
Except
We
you
accomplished
warmed my
life.
heart up.
Yeah.
It was the greatest day.
Shane's favorite day ever.
I
Oh my
have
God.
I mean, legitimately, genuinely laughed and not worried about what we were going to talk about to the point. that-
Clearly.
That's the best kind
Yes.
of conversation. You don't want to be thinking about what you have to say.
The only
right?
thing that makes me sad about you two being friends this long is that there's no way that I can
replace her?
become your friends
Yeah, you can.
and ever have that history.
we already
We're just
have
gonna
it.
add you to the pictures.
Okay, I
You
love
know
that.
what I
Oh, I
love
love
that.
that.
We'll just put you
You're
in.
already there.
We'll get our old pictures. We'll put you in, and we'll be like, he was there.
We
The
really
whole
do.
time.
I mean, I'm holding you to us being friends outside of
We
this.
We're friends.
Because-
1,000%.
All right.
Yeah.
One thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's Taco Bell order.
Oh.
Oh,
what we-
yes. You love
Oh,
the
is that why
Taco
you're
Bell
doing it?
order.
Oh, 'cause
That's
that's y'all's-
so
Yes.
cute.
We just did it once, but it was a hit.
It was a
We,
It was a
banger.
massive
our only
hit.
real hit was about her eating those circus peanuts.
It's always
Yeah.
about disgusting food. It really
Yeah,
gets
it's
them
just about
going.
the-
Yeah.
You eat those?
I do.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm a very big fan.
You
Yes.
talking about the marshmallow peanuts?
Yes.
What are
They
marshmallow
taste. Did you
peanuts?
know,
I
they taste like bananas?
That's a usual
I
reaction.
don't. They do
What
not
are
look
they?
appealing.
They
Yeah,
taste like
they
they're banana
are.
flavored
They're banana flavored. You know, they look like a
Circus.
peanut, but they're marshmallows.
and they're yellow like a Cheeto or
Oh,
orange.
hell no.
They're
Yeah.
Thank you.
wonderful.
No.
They're
You know
wonderful.
what? You
No,
need to
it
open
gives
up
me
your spiritual mind.
I
It's
love
so
shit
you know,
food. I really love shit food.
No,
Me
they're-
No, I
too.
ate too
I am
many as
here
a
for
kid
shit
and, like,
food.
I had never tasted them, and she was sitting
Gross.
here eating them,
I was
and we
eating
weren't
them
even
casually. It was just
filming.
my snack of
Casually.
choice. Yes.
And they ended up using that clip, and it got
And
millions.
viral, yeah.
And we haven't had anything do that. And it was about, and we have tried so
Did it?
hard to make things be funny,
Yeah.
interesting,
And they're
crazy.
not.
Yeah.
And all
Funny or
we're doing
not.
is
That's
going.
amazing.
I was like,
Right.
this tastes like banana to
Maybe
me.
you guys should pick your favorite fast food restaurant and do that order.
You know,
I have too many.
people are fascinating.
anyone.
Right? We'll say the most.
Even
like,
Walker.
deep
Walker was
things
like,
and-
he saw our Taco Bell thing. He was like, he just put out his order immediately.
Well, he had to
and
do a
like,
really long one for all his kids.
I would say,
he bought our own
right.
Taco Bell.
He has to. I get that. It is the great equalizer, Taco Bell. Everybody
It is.
loves it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
has an order.
I
Yeah.
don't like to.
What is
What?
your
What?
order?
I just don't. I have a really hard time with.
Fast food.
With fast food I eat fast food, but I don't like to see the people preparing my food. I just don't. I just don't
Oh,
like
yeah,
to
I get
see
that.
them.
But if you go,
Well, you
see
don't
a
have
fast
to.
sometimes
food-
They're
it just-
inside
drive-thru.
there.
But you know, sometimes you'll like see
See a
someone,
peek.
and you're just like,
Oh,
I
you'll
don't
see
know.
the person making it, and it'll get to your.
I'm just
heart,
like,
you
I'm
mean?
Yeah.
positive that person didn't wash their hands.
It's
Oh,
fine.
it's the germ thing.
It's
I
germs.
can't go
Yeah.
there. If I would do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And hey, I've worked in fast food, so I mean,
You
I
know how
certainly
gross it
know.
is.
Where'd you
Where?
Oh well, back when I was a kid, I worked in the Walmart snack bar.
You
Does that count?
did? Yeah, that
We
counts.
had to make hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah, that
That
absolutely
counts.
counts.
Yeah,
It's probably the fastest food
I feel
there
like
is.
like I just lied again.
Oh, it
Did
didn't
you lie?
happen?
Like,
That
no, it
didn't
did.
happen.
No,
You
but
never
it,
worked. I was like, shit,
not
this is
work at
another
no, but
level.
it's similar to.
Dude,
like,
you write country
10
music
years,
songs.
8
What
years.
is
Fast food,
happening?
Walmart.
But
it
when,
counts.
well, as you know, my point was I was trying to be relatable. So
Just say things like
truth is, I
Walmart.
am so
So much,
stupid
I
rich
can't-
that it's not
I
even
can't
funny.
handle how much I
Okay,
love
And-
well, guys, thanks for stopping by. This has been a really great pod. You're a
trying to make
phenomenal guest,
Yeah,
and we
she's trying to make it
appreciate you.
stop. I know.
All right,
you.
nothing
Okay.
will make it stop. I know that by now. Nothing will make it stop, guys.
Oh my God,
All
we
right.
love you both so much.
y'all.
Thank you
You
for
guys are the
having
best.
us.
Thank you.